Okay guys, it's finally happening. The court has spoken, and Adore just came out on top in the first round of their legal fight with Newjeans. Yep, the Seoul Central District Court ruled in favor of Adore, saying that the exclusive contract between Adore and the 5 members of Newjeans is still valid. The judge basically said it's hard to see how Adore broke the contract just by firing Min Hee-jin. That move alone wasn't enough to make the contract invalid. So as of now, legally speaking, Newjeans is still tied to Adore. And here's where things get even messier. The court also said that Min Hee-jin's public fight for Newjeans' independence wasn't actually for the purpose of protecting the group. That's a pretty bold statement, especially since a big part of Min Hee-jin's defense has always been that she was fighting for the girls' rights and creative freedom. So, what does this mean? Well, it means Newjeans lost the first trial of their exclusive contract lawsuit. The court ruled that there's no solid reason to end their contract with Adore, no matter how bad things have gotten behind the scenes. If we rewind a bit, all of this started in November last year. Out of nowhere, Newjeans held an emergency press conference, accusing Adore of breaching their contract and claiming that the trust between them had completely collapsed. The members said they couldn't keep working under Adore anymore and even announced plans to rebrand and go independent under a new name, NJZ. Adore fired back immediately and filed a lawsuit in December, asking the court to confirm that the exclusive contracts were still valid. They also requested an injunction to block Newjeans from doing any solo or group activities without Adore's permission. And in March, the court granted that injunction. So, until a final ruling was made, Adore legally remained Newjeans' management company. That decision basically froze all of Newjeans' independent plans. The court also approved something called indirect compulsory enforcement, which is just a fancy legal term meaning if any member tried to do an unauthorized activity, like a solo commercial or project, they'd have to pay a fine of 1 billion won per incident. That's roughly $730,000 each time. So yeah, one wrong move could literally cost them millions. After that, Newjeans had to suspend all activities completely. Both sides tried to reach a compromise through mediation twice, once in August and again in September, but both attempts failed. Newjeans argued that the relationship was beyond repair, that trust was gone, and that they just couldn't continue under Adore anymore. But Adore refused to back down, saying there was no legal basis for termination, that a loss of trust wasn't enough to break the deal. And while all this legal chaos was happening, former Adore CEO Min Hee-jin went ahead and launched her new company called OK, which only added more fuel to the fire. Fans started speculating if this meant Newjeans would eventually move there once they were free from Adore. But now, with this ruling, that future looks uncertain. The court just reaffirmed that Adore's contract with the girls is valid, which puts them back under Adore's control, at least for now. So where does this go next? Well, Newjeans can still appeal the decision, which could drag this legal fight out even longer. Or maybe both sides will try to reach a private settlement. Either way, this case is far from over. This whole situation has been one of the biggest K-pop legal dramas in recent years. It's not just a contract issue anymore. It's about control, power, and who was wronged, the company or the artists. And for fans, it's honestly heartbreaking. Because no matter who wins in court, the damage to Newjeans' career and image is already done. They've been inactive for almost a year, their future's in limbo, and the bond between the group and Adore seems completely broken. So yeah, Adore might have the legal upper hand right now, but this story is far from finished. We'll just have to wait and see whether Newjeans decides to fight back, appeal, or take a completely new route from here.